Sorry for not doing too many how-to videos. We've been busy the last few months and haven't uploaded anything. Here's our piece. You can see a shiner right there, so we had to stop. But we should be able to prime this and scuff it by hand, and that's ready for paint. We're very happy with it. I'm very happy with it. And once it's blue, the owner will be happy with it too. We also had to fix here. So when the tree fell down and crushed this, it cracked the paint here, so we did knock it up when I pulled this up. The light fits really nice now. So that bodywork there is good. There was some kind of a ding here. We ground it out and fixed it. You can see here the factory paint and then another paint job which I had done at one time. Could even be 3 on there because I'm sure he had something done before that too, but I think actually he did from here down the first time. So yeah, this only has factory and then my paint job, so we should be good for another one. Once you hit about 3, that's where you almost want to stop, unless it's a fleet truck. Now this is a construction guy's truck, so again, we're not going to be too crazy about those particulars. We're just making this quarter look pretty because this truck ain't rotten and it's actually super nice. It's a little dusty because I've been sanding up a storm here, but it's got a nice finish. This thing is nicer than factory. As soon as you blow the dust off, it gets real clear. Anyway, as you can see, it's hazy looking because of all the dust on it, but check this out. This side's not half as bad. What a beautiful blue. This would look really good on a Camaro, Trans Am, something like that. The color code to this is PB5, Peter Bryan 5. And it's a beautiful color. And out in the sun, the metallic in this is just spectacular for a factory color. So anyway, good to know. Now there's videos way back where I showed how to do the quarter and everything. And we put a patch panel in this side. We did this quarter a year or 2 ago. You can find those videos on 2008 Ram, blah, blah, blah. You'll find it. And basically, I just duplicated it here other than this repair. This chunk is actually out of another truck up here, and it's all welded down here and around and up and across. So as soon as we saw a little bit of high metal, we had to stop. You're not going to know that that was ever put in there. And it's a good weld. It's welded all the way around. It'll never let go. So we got a little bit of time, so I'll give you the quick overview. We put our panel on, we glued it right on, and that's what we did. We filled it out. Now you'll see some crazy scratching in there, and I'm going to tell you why. It's all full of filler now. Sorry about that. Hang on, I just had to pick something up. So why such crazy scratching? Now that's full of filler, so that's already smooth. But the reason we had that is we filled from here all the way down and all the way across, and we skim coated this all the way across. First we did the yellow, and then we busted it down. And when I say bust it down, in order to keep this flat and bust it down, now we didn't try to go through into the paint. Here you can see there's none of that, but back there I thought the filler would stay, but it ended up that we didn't need too much of it back there. That's why you see those. We used a Bondo Buster, a Bondo hog. Let me show you that monstrosity over here. It's a great big thing, and it spins and has a wobble to it, but it spins and it doesn't do the oscillate. There's a pad for that, and here's a similar pad. Once we used the edge a little bit, it was an older pad, so I took the middle out of it so we could DA a couple of spots. But anyway, so because the pad is so big and spread out over a lot of area, it's really nice even if you just use it to take the top off. Well, we took the top off, and I'm pretty confident I went down again. That was with the first layer, and we used the Carworks Gold, which is a lot like Rage, something like that, but it's a thick and it's heavy. Not as smooth as the Rage. It's a little bit heavy, but it's smooth, but it's thick and it's a little tougher than the Optimum from Carworks that I like to use, which is white and in this case it looks a little blue because we used blue hardener. But anyway, after we busted down the yellow, we slightly went just almost too far. And then I skim coated the whole thing with the other one. And then I came across it with 80 on a DA. What? Crisscross, just like you're blocking. A few of these, up and down, up and down. Sounds crazy. I'm telling you, it's going to be smooth. Now, once we got to there, we did a quick 180. This is where we got the super long DuraBlock. I don't know how long that is, but it's pretty long. I put guide coat on this, powdered guide coat, rubbed it in all the 180 sand swirls. And then we took that 220 on that longboard, and this is what I'm working on now, which makes this flat and straight, and we're happy. Here's some of the filler we ate into. I may add a little skim coat right here and just block this in. But before I do, I'm going to hit this with mild wax and grease remover, and that'll duplicate a shine so we can look down the side and see. And if that disappears, we're not going to worry about it. And down here, there's a little bit of an indent, so we're going to have to come in here with the DA because it kind of swirls down and it goes this way. And the block, actually, I'm going to probably block that a little more. I might go to a slightly shorter block to come in here. But what you want is from this middle section here up into here, you want this section flowing through here to all be nice. That's your main reflection. That's what you want. Again, street job, but you'd do the same sort of technique if you were doing a hot rod or anything else. But by blocking it, it's going to be smooth. Now, all this filler work happened today after lunch, and it's going on, 5 o'clock. So, not very long to bust down a quarter pretty quick that had a pretty significant repair on it. Anyway, that's the video. Next video will show you what it looks like. Maybe primed if I remember, and if I don't, we'll just show you what it's like when it's painted at the end. But long story short, I did this one the exact same way. Catch the reflection. You see, this is very, very smooth, except here where you get the little reverse curve coming into this panel. Now, we didn't block up in here. This repair was kept behind the fuel cap. So the little bit of waving you're seeing here is very much because it goes this way, but it also kind of goes this way and then curves around. I mean, when they stamp the sheet metal, you know, this is what it is. So they're a little bit off. Even if you go look at a brand new vehicle, you'll find that. Anyway, that's not an excuse. I'm probably being over picky. You can see right, you know, around the gas cap area where, you know, a little distortion. But you're going to get that because it's round this way, goes in and then back out. So very, very clean job. This truck is nicer than factory. For a work truck, a lot of people look at this truck and comment on it. They know the guy that owns it, and he's a bit of a car nut. He knows all those guys, and everyone knows where the truck was done by me. So this truck has been kind of scrutinized a lot, mainly because it looks so damn good for a construction truck with 350,000 kilometers on it. That's a lot. We're up in Ontario, Canada, in the salty snow, and this truck is a work truck, and it runs all winter. Anyway, yeah, I'm starting to be happy now. Thanks for watching. Cheers.